What's up, Red Nation? Liam Garcia here. If you think you've seen it all this season, what just went down in Detroit is about to blow your mind. Before I drop this strategic bombshell that could change our entire playoff trajectory, make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. We need that energy. Today isn't just about a final score. It's about a statement of power that left the whole league in shock. Did we finally find our missing identity? Or was it just luck? The answer is going to surprise you. Do you guys realize the emotional magnitude of this win? We were coming off a heartbreaking overtime loss to Philly last night. Legs heavy on a brutal back-to-back. And to make matters worse, our road record has been every fan's nightmare. Walking into Little Caesars Arena to face a Detroit Pistons squad riding a 4-game winning streak and playing their best basketball of the season seemed like the perfect recipe for another road disaster. But what we saw on the court was the response of a team refusing to accept a supporting role. The final score of 111-104 doesn't tell the whole story of the mental battle this game was. The first half ended tied at 52, and at that moment, I know you were sitting there biting your nails, wondering if we had the legs to keep up the pace in the second half. That's where the NBA hierarchy kicked in. When the game gets tight, the team with the superstar wins. And we have Kevin Wayne Durant. The man simply decided we weren't leaving Detroit with an L. KD dropped 32 points with absurd efficiency, draining back-to-back threes in the third quarter that just sucked the life out of the Pistons crowd. That moment when he hit that shot from the top of the key to open up a lead was the turning point. We talk a lot about tactics, but sometimes basketball is simple. Give the ball to the guy who is unguardable. He led an insane run in the third, where we won the quarter 34-20, building the cushion we needed to survive the chaos that came later. And it wasn't just offense. Durant delivered blocks, steals, and that silent leadership that calmed the team down when the pressure spiked. But don't think it was a walk in the park. The fourth quarter tested our hearts all over again. Detroit came storming back with an 11-1 run, cutting the lead to just 3 and making the arena rock. It was that classic moment where the old Rockets would have crumbled. Seeing Isaiah Stewart battling in the paint and scoring on second chances gave us a scare. But the response was ice cold. Alperen Sengun, even clearly not 100% physically, something we need to monitor urgently, secured 19 critical points and threw down that humiliating poster on Stewart that we're going to be replaying all week. And we have to talk about the defense on Cade Cunningham, holding an all-star of that caliber to just 12 points and forcing 6 turnovers was a masterclass in tactical discipline, especially coming from a tired team. This win puts us at 27-16, keeping pace for 52 wins on the season, which is crucial for securing home court advantage in the playoffs. Taking down a hot Eastern Conference team in their house under these adverse circumstances proves we have grit. However, while we're celebrating KD's 32 and the massive W, something happened in Ime Udoka's rotation that went unnoticed by a lot of people, but might be the secret key to our immediate future. What happened with the bench minutes and the stellar performance of our sophomore guard wasn't just good. It was a direct message from the coaching staff to the rest of the league. And when I say the coaching staff sent a message, I am screaming the name Reed Sheppard. Guys, stop everything you're doing and look at this rotation. For months, we've begged, yelled on Twitter, and nearly pulled our hair out, asking Ime Udoka to trust the kid more in clutch moments. And guess what? Udoka finally listened to Red Nation. Reed played 25 minutes, and most importantly, he closed the game. Oh, Liam, but he shot 1 for 7 from 3. Forget the cold stats for a second and watch the game. Even with a cold hand from deep, he didn't hide. That hezzy he put on Cade Cunningham, taking him for a walk to the cup, was filthy. It was disrespectful. It was beautiful. That shows scary maturity. He delivered 18 points off the bench and was the engine we needed when the offense stagnated. Seeing this evolution and confidence in his second season to define games in January 2026 completely changes our ceiling for the postseason. But this win wasn't just about KD's individual brilliance or Reed's audacity. It was about the defensive terror squad we're building. Amen Thompson flirted with a triple-double in a way only he can. 15 points, 9 boards, 7 assists, plus steals and blocks. The guy is everywhere. And right there with him, Jabari Smith Jr. finally seems to have embraced that enforcer role that used to be Dylan Brooks's. Jabari didn't just deliver a double-double with 11 points and 10 rebounds. He was the team's emotional backbone, getting physical, scrapping, and taking no nonsense. He's only 22, but he played with the posture of a 10-year vet. That 50% shooting efficiency is exactly the complement we need so we don't overload our stars. And speaking of holding down the fort, we need to have a serious conversation about the paint. With the devastating news that Steven Adams might be out for the season, the pressure fell entirely on Clint Capella coming off the bench. And he answered the call. 5 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 fundamental blocks. In a game where fatigue hits, having an elite rim protector off the bench to maintain the defensive level is a luxury few teams have. Capella was the anchor that allowed us to survive that Detroit attack in the fourth quarter. This win solidifies us in the 4th spot in the West, keeping that 52-win pace we projected. Winning on the road, on a back-to-back, against a hot opposing conference team is the kind of character win that defines seasons. Now, with the Grizzlies coming up on Monday, the question hammering in my head isn't about this team's talent, because we know we have plenty of that. The real issue, which could define if we're raising a banner or falling in the second round, is something much more controversial about Udoka's choices. Udoka's decision to close the game with Reed Sheppard was the tactical headline of the night. This raises a burning question. Has he finally learned to trust youth under pressure? Or was it just desperation from accumulated fatigue? With Sengun visibly banged up, how long can this roster handle the physical grind? Now I want to hear from you. Was this bet on Reed in the final minutes a definitive stroke of genius or pure luck that won't happen again Monday? Comment down below. I'm reading and replying to everyone. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe right now. Catch you next time.